Hello, my name is Walker. Today we'll be going over a specific molecule. Let's go ahead and get started. My table of contents we have here, we're going to do an introduction to the molecule, the history and uses, and I'm going to nominate this molecule for hero or villain of the year. And then I'll lay out all the resources I use for this presentation at the end. So the molecule I'm doing today is Fenthion, and its molecular formula is C10H15O3P So it has 10 carbons, 15 hydrogens, 3 oxygens, phosphorus, and 2 sulfurs. Its molecular weight is 278.3 grams per mole. Here I have a 2D image and a 3D image of the molecule, and I also list out the physical characteristics. Fenthion is an oily liquid at room temperature, and its color can vary in any way, shape, or form, considering what they are using it for. Sometimes they put some stuff in it for different uses, but its original color is colorless, but it can vary to yellow, like to a tan color, and it smells like garlic for some reason. And its boiling point is 87 degrees Celsius. Melting point is 7 degrees Celsius. It's insoluble in water, so if you put it in water, it's kind of going to sit there like oil in water. It'll float. But it is soluble in methane, ethanol, ether, acetone, and other of the organic solvents. Some chemical characteristics of Fenthion. It is classified as an acute toxin. It is a little toxic to humans and certain animals. There's no rapid reaction with it. Fenthion may react strong against such agents as hydrides. So if you put like a hot boiling water on it, it could turn into like a gas that could be pretty toxic. And it is highly toxic and flammable with as a phosphine gas. That's the reaction would make. When handling, make sure to wear full protective clothing, including gloves and face masks. It can be harmful if swallowed and contact the skin, and it can be toxic if inhaled. It has been known to cause some birth defects and some damaged fertility, so usually it is later on in the offspring. So one person will have contact with it, say they're out using it in the fields or something, and they are getting it all over them. It won't really affect them per se, but it will affect the kids that they have later on. And it does possess some health and environmental hazards as well. All right, the history and uses of Fenthion. So Fenthion is a diverse molecule and has multiple uses. So it was first used as an insecticide. I found certain articles all the way back to 1958, and this one in Brazil was about them using it against mosquitoes for yellow fever. And it was actually a very good study, and they actually killed a lot of mosquitoes. It was very good at killing mosquito and their larvae. So they would hide their larvae in mud out there, and they would use the stuff and spray it out there in all the fields and out there in the swamps and stuff like that. And it would kill all the mosquitoes out there. It had very good effects on them out there. Later on, they used it as a pesticide in farming and stuff like that. They're like, hey, this stuff worked good as on mosquitoes. Let's go ahead and use this on our food so we can get rid of all the little bugs and stuff on there that is killing all our crops. So they used it in different countries for that. And it was very successful in killing those pests in multiple of those countries. And until it was later on reevaluated and the health industry that it was bad, actually, and it caused some bad effects towards humans. Then they started to remove it from the pesticides and the insecticides. All right, so now we're going on to whether or not I'm going to nominate this thing for hero or villain of the year. So let's go ahead and see what Fenthion is going to be. So it is an insecticide. It has toxic strikes that has led to no longer being approved by the Food and Drug Administration. But it also kills mosquitoes, and we hate mosquitoes. Did you know mosquitoes cause more deaths every single year than anything else? Over 725,000 human deaths a year on average is what mosquitoes kill. And that's an insane amount of people that mosquitoes kill. And this molecule here kills mosquitoes. So it's also very useful in livestock. They use it to kill mosquitoes and biting flies and other things that hurt livestock. So this molecule is very good at getting rid of those things. All right, now part 2 of this. So there are some sad portions to this molecule. It does kill a lot of birds. So anything like the weaver birds that go up into buildings, stuff like that, and they make their nests, Fenthion actually can kill them. It's highly toxic to them. But they actually use it today on buildings to keep them away from them because they'll stray away from it too. So they'll use it in powders and in liquid forms and spray it on buildings so the weaver birds can't make their nests on there and there aren't as many birds all over the buildings and cities. Now, are you ready for my nomination? It's Hero of the Year. I mean, any molecule that kills the deadliest threat to mankind, mosquitoes, gets Hero of the Year, in my opinion. It's also used to help livestock. So unless you just don't like animals and you are a mosquito lover, then I guess Fenthion would be a villain to you. But seems like a hero to me. Here are the resources I used for this. So I use PubChem to get a lot of my information, as well as MoldView to get the breakdown of the molecule. And then I use a lot of these. You can see some of the different articles that I use to get a lot of information out of, including Pfizer and a couple other Science Directs. All right. Thank you very much for watching today.